Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Avsa, District Latur, is organized a World Record Series 2. Today there is 284th day of the series, and the keynote person for today's session is on dais Honorable Dr. Mrunalini Naik ma'am. So first of all, I welcome to you madam for the dais. I welcome the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Bedkar sir. Also welcomes faculty members of my college and all those dear participants. The topic for today's presentation is Bhagavad Gita's wisdom, understanding self as the cause and effect. Now this topic, as I have mentioned, Honorable Dr. Mrunalini Naik madam is going to present. Madam, at present, serving as a project director at Raisoni Group of Institute, Nagpur. Before to start the presentation, in short, I would like to focus upon the different skills which have the madam. Now let me focus Dr. Mrunalini Naik ma'am. She is a versatile academician and accomplished an administrator, holds a PhD. Her PhD in business management she have completed. Now madam also have completed MBA and a area of expertise in commerce as well as at the field law, music and literature. Ma'am have 15 years experience in industry including banking at Kotak Mahindra and leadership roles in prestigious different educational institutions like Darshan and Raisoni groups. Mrunalini madam also excels in project management, HR and strategic planning, serving as the project director of the Orange City Literature Festival. She has played a pivotal role in its inception and growth. As the TED ex-civilians licensee and organizer, as well as Mrunalini madam contributes significantly to disseminations of the transformative ideas. Her commitment to social cause is evident through active involvement in an NGO and different key roles in the SGR Knowledge Foundation. Also, madam have a prolific writer, published many articles, blogs, columns. Madam also excels as a freelance trainer. Currently, she holding a position of TEDx civilians and women licensee and festival director of Orange City. So with this brief introduction, now I request you madam, please start your presentation on today's topic, Bhagavad Gita's wisdom, understanding self as the cause and effect. You are most welcome madam.
Thank you sir, thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes madam, yes.
Yes. आ रही है सबको?
Yes madam, आती है.
Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Mrunalini Naik. I'm from Nagpur and I am holding a position of project director with SGR Knowledge Foundation. And I'm fortunate to be a part of Raisoni group of institutions here in Nagpur. And I hold the license of TEDx Civil Lines and TEDx Civil Lines Women, where we are taking speakers on global platform, a platform like TEDx. So here today we are discussing or we are gathering here to discuss about the concept of cause and effect. Can I mix language like Hindi or Marathi would be fine?
Hindi and English.
Okay. So when we are talking about cause and effect, it means we are usually talking about कारण और उसके परिणाम. So when we are talking about cause and effect, so is equals to mc square, we have already seen in the statement of Einstein. So it's like when we are talking about effect, then there must be some or the other cause, and when we are talking about cause, so किसी ना किसी चीज को करते समय आपके पास में कोई ना कोई इफेक्ट उसका जरूर आएगा. वेदर आप एक बटन ऑन करें या बटन ऑफ करें, उसका इफेक्ट आपको जरूर दिखेगा. सिमिलरली अगर हम बात करें ये कॉज एंड इफेक्ट की, जो हमारे हर चीज में है, व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट बिहेवियरल फाइनेंस, व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट स्टॉक मार्केट, व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट रिलेशनशिप्स और द मैनेजमेंट, एवरीवेयर वी कैन सी दिस कॉज एंड इफेक्ट relationship. This relationship is something which is very much important in managing the things, as well as is very much important to be onto the line of something. So similarly, if I can call it, so this is nothing but a law of cause and effect, क्योंकि ये आपकी लाइफ में रेगुलर बेसिस पे होता है. So अभी अगर जब हम भगवद गीता की बात करते हैं और कॉज एंड इफेक्ट की बात करते हैं, तो मैं चाहूंगी कि हम कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स के साथ में इसकी शुरुआत करें. सबसे पहला एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं देना चाहूँ तो मैं देना चाहूंगी कि भगवद गीता, हम कहते हैं कि महाभारत, हम कहते हैं कि महाभारत का जो कारण है वो कारण है द्रौपदी. सो हमने बात की महाभारत की जो इफेक्ट है, और हम बात कर रहे हैं कॉज की जो द्रौपदी है. लेकिन अगर उस द्रौपदी को हम कॉज बनाना चाह रहे हैं, तो हम लोगों को उसके पीछे का एक और कारण देखना पड़ेगा कि द्रौपदी क्यों उसका कारण बनी. तो द्रौपदी उसका कारण बनने के पीछे भी कोई ना कोई कारण रहा है, जिसका इफेक्ट जो है वो फाइनली महाभारत में कन्वर्ट हुआ. बताया जाता है या हम स्टोरीज में सुनते हैं कि जब महाभारत की बात होती है तो ऐसा कहते हैं कि कृष्ण गए थे दूत बनकर, एक लॉयर बनकर वहां पे बात करने के लिए, क्योंकि युधिष्ठिर ने कहा था कि ईदर दे डोंट गिव अस अ हाफ. आप अगर कवि दिनकर जी की कविता के बारे में पढ़े, रश्मि रथी उनकी बुक है, वो बुक के बारे में अगर आप पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें आपको पता चलेगा कि जिसमें लिखा हुआ है, उन्होंने बताया है, वो कविता का मतलब ऐसा है कि जब कृष्ण वहां पे बात करने गए तो वहां उन्होंने कहा कि अगर देना है तो आधा न्याय जो है वो आपको आधा देना है, हस्तिनापुर जो आपको है वो आधा देना है. लेकिन हम आधा भी नहीं मांगते, हम मांग रहे हैं बस 5 गांव. आप 5 गांव दे दीजिए और युद्ध को टाल दीजिए. श्री कृष्ण ने बहुत सीधी सीधी बात की थी कि 5 गांव दे दीजिए, युधिष्ठिर उतने में मान जाएगा और वो युद्ध को टाल जाएगा. लेकिन दुर्योधन ने कहा कि मैं एक तिनके तक की बराबरी की जमीन इनको नहीं देने वाला. अगर दुर्योधन सिंपल 5 गांव दे देता तो शायद महाभारत का युद्ध टल जाता. अगेन देयर इज अ कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. उसका इतनी बड़ी चीज में जब श्री कृष्ण वहां पे गए थे, तब दुर्योधन ने बात की श्री कृष्ण को बांधने की, उसको मारने की. श्री कृष्ण ने काफी बड़े इसमें बोल दिया कि बांध सकता है तो बांध, ब्रह्मांड को बांध के देखते. तो लेकिन सोचिए, अगर दुर्योधन ने ऐसी मूर्खता न की होती और उस वक्त अगर वो 5 गांव दे देता तो हो सकता है कि युद्ध टल जाता. सो अगेन देयर इज अ कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. उसके बाद में सारी चीजें हो गई, युद्ध की बात चल रही है, और युद्ध के लिए जब सामने खड़े हैं और हम बीच में पहुंच रहे हैं, तब महाभारत के बीच का पार्ट आता है भगवद गीता. अब भगवद गीता इज नथिंग बट द सॉन्ग ऑफ गॉड, तो हम कहते हैं. अंग्रेजी में काफी लोगों ने उसके ऊपर काफी कुछ किया है, न जाने कहां कॉन्स्टेंटली भगवद गीता और उसका ज्ञान बट रहा होता है. ठीक है, there is a cause, so we are facing effect. Cause people are requiring different knowledge from different things, so we are getting it. So the basic thing is, if we can see, अगर महाभारत देखें तो भगवद गीता जो है वो महाभारत के बीच का एक पार्ट है. अब उसमें भी भगवद गीता उस वक्त कही गई. आप सोचिए, कृष्ण जैसे इंसान को सच में जरूरत पड़ी होगी इतने बड़े युद्ध में रोक के उसमें बात करने की, और पूरे 18 अध्यायों तक बात सुनाने की, 700 श्लोकों के बारे में बात करने की, और इसको कहने की भैया तो रुक जा, मैं तुझे बताता हूँ. ऐसा तो नहीं हुआ होगा. सो द सिंपल कंसेप्ट इज, व्हेन भगवद गीता केम, व्हेन दे वर स्टैंडिंग इन बिटवीन, एंड देन Arjuna asked कि just take my vehicle, just take my ratha in between, I just want to see with whom I am going to fight. let me see. So जब अर्जुन ने कृष्ण को कहा कि हम जाना चाहते हैं, हम देखना चाहते हैं कि हम किनसे लड़ रहे हैं, तो उस वक्त अर्जुन को देख के ग्लानि आने लगी. He felt bad. He felt like collapsing on earth. He felt like, to whom I am fighting? Everybody in front of me is somehow or the other related to my clan. Everybody in front of me is the person to whom I belong to, is my family, my blood. Then how can I fight with them? Then how can I tell them that they are doing wrong? And then Arjuna was into the situation of Shakespeare where he was thinking to be or not to be. मैं करूं या ना करूं? उस वक्त श्री कृष्ण ने जो अर्जुन को बताया वो था मैनेजमेंट, वो थी गीता. आप अगर गीता का हर पन्ना पढ़े, आप अगर गीता को देखने की कोशिश करें, उसमें से टॉपिक्स, उसमें से पॉइंट्स निकालने की कोशिश करें, तो आपको पता चलेगा कि गीता के हर पार्ट में देयर इज समथिंग और अदर टू टॉक अबाउट, एंड दैट समथिंग और अदर कम्स फ्रॉम द कॉज एंड इफेक्ट रिलेशनशिप. मैनेजमेंट की बात हम करते हैं, भगवद गीता की बात हम करते हैं, तो बात आती है सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट की. अगर हम अर्जुन की बात करें, अर्जुन का सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट था. भीष्म की बात करें, भीष्म भी अगर सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट करते तो शायद बहुत सारी चीजें रुक सकती थी. द्रौपदी को कारण बताया जाता है, लेकिन द्रौपदी भी कुछ चीजों को सेल्फ मैनेजमेंट के तौर पे लेती तो शायद काफी चीजें रुक सकती थी. कहने के लिए हम अभी यहाँ बैठ के बहुत सारी चीजें कह सकते हैं, बट those people have faced a lot. So it's like there are so many things. Every character of Bhagavad Gita has something or other to talk about. That's why we took this point, cause and effect relationship. So there are multiple stories. If you can go through this particular thing, you will understand the point. Like, it is all about the interconnections of cause and effect. आप जब चीजों को इंटरकनेक्ट करेंगे, आपको दिखाई पड़ेगा कि किस तरह से चीजें कॉज एंड इफेक्ट में आती है. अब गीता जो है वो कर्म, धर्म, योग, इन सारी चीजों की बातें करती है. अब उसमें से कर्म धर्म में एक एग्जाम्पल है, जो कर्ण का एग्जाम्पल है, जो धर्म की बात कर रहा था. जब उसका रथ जो था वो अटक गया था, शस्त्र नहीं थे उसके पास में, उसका जो सारथी था शल्य, वो वैसे ही उसको डिमोटिवेट करने के लिए खड़ा था, क्योंकि वो तो नकुल और सहदेव का मामा था. सो वैसे ही वो अपनी इच्छा के विरुद्ध जाके इसका रथ चला रहा था, और he was not aware about who Karna was. So similarly he refused to support him, and Karna नीचे उतरा. वैसे ही उसके सारे जो कानून, वो जो कुंडल और उसका कवच है वो इंद्र लेके जा चुके थे. I'm so sorry, maybe yes. And उसके बाद में उसका जो रथ है वो वहां धंस गया था. जब वो रथ धंसा हुआ था तब कृष्ण ने अर्जुन को कहा, अर्जुन तू बाण चला, रुकना मत, बाण चला. तब कर्ण ने दुहाई दी कि अर्जुन ये धर्म नहीं है. निहत्ते पे और ढलते हुए सूर्य के समय तुम मुझ पे बाण नहीं चला सकते हो, ये धर्म नहीं है. तब कृष्ण ने अर्जुन को बताया कि देखो भाई साहब, आप अगर वो धर्म की बात कर रहा है तो आपको तो सुनो ही मत. सबसे पहली चीज, जब अभिमन्यु फंसा था तब उसने धर्म की बात की थी. जब द्रौपदी के साथ में इतनी बड़ी चीज हो रही थी उस सभागार में, तब ये जो वहां खड़ा था तब उसने धर्म की बात की थी. उसने उस वक्त भी धर्म की बात नहीं की थी. तो अभी जब वो निहत्ता है, उस वक्त अर्जुन भी निहत्ता था. अभी जब वो बोल रहा है कि वो शस्त्रहीन है, उस वक्त द्रौपदी भी शस्त्रहीन थी. तो आप अभी सीधा इस पे बाण चलाओ और अपनी जो चीजें हैं अपने धर्म का पालन करो. आई बात कॉज एंड इफेक्ट की. कर्ण अगर उस वक्त साथ देता, वो कारण नहीं होता किसी बुरी चीज को सपोर्ट करने का, तो शायद उस वक्त कर्ण की जो हत्या हुई वो नहीं होती. देखा जाए तो महाभारत में कर्ण जो है वो अर्जुन के बराबर का इंसान है, शायद उससे ऊपर. लेकिन उसमें भी जो सबसे बड़ी चीज, सबसे बुरी चीज उसने की, वो की कि उसने खुद जो धर्म की बात कर रहा था वो उसने नहीं की. सो इट इज इंटरकनेक्टेडनेस ऑफ कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. आज जो चीज आप कर रहे हो सकता है कई सालों बाद वो पलट के आपको उसका रिजल्ट दे. इफ इट इज इन रिलेशनशिप, then in relationship it will give you that result, maybe not with you but with the other generation. It happens. हम कहते हैं ना हमारे इसमें कि आप जो करते हैं उसका आपको जरूर कोई ना कोई फल मिलता है. मतलब भले गीता कहती हो कि कर्म कर फल की इच्छा मत रख, बट इट इज नॉट अबाउट कर्म एंड फल, इट इज अबाउट कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. आप अगर आज कोई चीज कर रहे हैं तो आप एक तरह का अपना बेस रेडी कर रहे हैं, आप अपनी चीजें वहां बना के रख रहे हैं, एक अल्टीमेट कल्मिनेशन आप रेडी कर रहे हैं वो इफेक्ट्स को शेप देने के लिए, जो आगे रियलिटी को शेप देता है. सो अकॉर्डिंगली हम जो कॉज और इफेक्ट की बात करते हैं, वो कॉज और इफेक्ट जो है वो इंटरकनेक्टेड है. वो इंटरकनेक्शन जो है वो है हमारे बिहेवियर्स, हमारे थॉट्स और हमारे एक्शंस. हो सकता है आज जो चीज आपके लिए सही है वो चीज सामने वाले के लिए सही ना हो सकता है आप जो चीज आज किसी के लिए भलाई सोच रहे हैं या आप सोच रहे हैं कि ये शॉर्ट टर्म बेसिस पे चीजों को बहुत परफेक्ट तरीके से मैनेज कर रहा है, बट लॉन्ग टर्म बेसिस पे दैट मे गिव यू एन एडवर्स इफेक्ट. इट इज अगेन कॉज एंड इफेक्ट. सो द सिंपल थिंग इज we have to consider the moment of potency of your thoughts. We have to consider the moment of potency of your behaviors and actions. The more your action, like, you know, having a potency of doing something, it's like a homeopath. जिस तरह से होम्योपैथ की दवाई आप जितनी घोटते हैं उसकी पोटेंसी बढ़ती जाती है, उसी तरह से आप जिस तरह के थॉट्स रखते हैं या आपका बिहेवियर जो आता है, वो बिहेवियर को लेके आगे चल के जो एक्शंस आप लोगों के सामने करते हैं, दैट एक्चुअली जनरेट्स द पोटेंट कॉजेस. ये आप कारण पैदा करते हैं इन सारी चीजों से, जो आगे चल के एज पर द लॉ और इफेक्ट इनवाइट करता है एक रिकॉग्नाइज्ड सीड को, जो एक तरह के प्लांट को पैदा करता है, और वो प्लांट आपको देता है फिर डिफरेंट तरीके के फ्रूट्स. सो somehow we say that we try to enforce the dharma from our lives if we don't get attached to the positive cause and related effects of it, and we have to analyze those things. People say that we do it, we don't do it, we have XYZ things to do, and then accordingly we say that what we did, everybody has something or other, everyone is right on their area, everybody is thinking about something or the different areas, but actually when we are doing these things, we are trying to manifest the future, which is actually through our current actions and behaviors. Bhagavad Gita talks about that only. If we delve into the Bhagavad Gita concept, we will be able to see that how Krishna tried to explain so many things beautifully, which the other people does not. So there is a story, like, I'm so sorry, I'm prone to give stories in between. So it's like there is a story related to the Krishna, like after war people were there, सब हो चुका था, सारे लोग वहां पे खड़े थे और people were standing there, and suddenly somebody asked that what was the reason behind the entire Mahabharata. Krishna gave only one answer. The reason was intention. Everybody had different intention, everybody had different thoughts, and because of those thoughts and intention, this particular thing took place. Duryodhana has his own intentions to insult people. Yudhishthira has his own intentions to be on the path of dharma, and on the path of dharma he forgot so many things behind. Arjuna has his own intentions, Karna has his own intentions to fight the word Sutaputra, and so many things were there. So these intentions actually created a cause which actually sowed the seed of effect by unforcing dharma. So this is something which is related to so many things around. And how we are related to it? When Bhagavad Gita is a part of this huge area, this universe and everything, then do you really think that we normal people are saved? We normal people are something different from this? No, not at all. If Karna was not left, Yudhishthira, even Krishna was not left, then who, you and me? So it's a simple concept that we also have a responsibility and we have to work for the empowerment of that responsibility, to completeness of that responsibility. So when we are talking about recognition of law of cause and effect, that carries actually with a profound sense of responsibility when we think about it. That what is this law of cause and effect? It is we actually hold a power of influencing things, and that's why these particular thing comes into existing and then outcomes in our life by being intentional about the cause was set in motion. It's what I did, I was doing good for it. This is the normal thing. आपके पास में जब कोई चीज आती है, जब कोई कौदा है या लेकिन फिर हम लोगों को वो डॉट्स कनेक्ट करने पड़ते हैं कि ऐसी कौन सी चीज हुई होगी पीछे जिससे आज मुझे ये चीज आ रही है. लेकिन उसके लिए भी we have to have that intentional consciousness to think about what we have done. We say that in management we have to make Gantt charts, we have to make project line, we have to see what, how, when. Then we go with the Simon Sinek concept of how that what, how, when, where works. Then about how things to do. All those things comes, we have so many speakers around and we have so many thoughts around us. But the cause which we do or in our daily life, actually we witness the ripples of our own choices. Whatever we had done, whether it is good or bad for the other, we actually see the ripples of our own choices. So then we have to see to whom we are supporting and how we are doing it. If we are thinking for the management, then how we are doing it, how we inspire people. We use kind words, we use kindness, we use goodness, we use so many things. Then to whom, what, where we are doing it, that also we have to think about it. Many of the time when we think of Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata, the one thing that comes to our mind is we have to come up from the binding of blood relationships. Why Krishna did? We hear that Krishna did it for Draupadi. We have a song in Marathi, Bharzariga Pitambara Dila Phadona. It means द्रौपदी ने अपना जो पीताम्बर था, अपनी जो साड़ी थी, वो फाड़ के कृष्ण की उंगली पे बांधी थी. जब उनकी उंगली कट गई थी, तब कृष्ण ने द्रौपदी के सर पे हाथ रख के कहा था कि ये जो धागे हैं तुम्हारे साड़ी के, वो मुझ पे उधार रहे, इसको मैं जरूर चुकता करूंगा. तो जो उसने किया वो चुकता किया. It was not a blood relationship. He was nowhere related to blood with Draupadi. द्रौपदी खुद याज्ञ से नहीं थी. वो चाहती तो उस वक्त चीजों को खत्म कर सकती थी, लेकिन उसने वो चीज नहीं की. Because again there is a cause and effect relationship between. So similarly, आप जब मैनेजमेंट की बात करते हैं या आप जब चीजों को अच्छी तरह से और प्रॉपर तरीके से उसके सामने लाने की बात करते हैं, तो we have to think above the relations that we are into. Many a times the blood relationship won't give you what actually the right thing is. In my many talks or in my many clips, I say this. I talk about this just because at one or the other part we experience. Yes, one more thing. The Bhagavad Gita talks about cause and effect by experiencing it. आपको भगवद गीता भी समझ में आती है अपनी लाइफ के हर स्टेज पे, जिस तरह से आप चीजों को एक्सपीरियंस करते जाते हैं. सो आपको अगर भगवद गीता के थ्रू कॉज एंड इफेक्ट समझना है, तो आप जो एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे हैं, ट्राई टू गेट अटैच्ड टू द थिंग्स दैट हैपेंड इनटू द और गिवन इनटू द भगवद गीता. सो वो सारी चीजों को समझने के बाद में ये चीज समझ में आएगी कि देखा जाए तो ये कॉज एंड इफेक्ट वाला जो चीज है, वो हम लोगों को एक तरह से एक चैलेंज की तरफ लेके जाता है हर बार. मतलब आज अगर मैं फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई एम ऑन माई वर्क स्टेशन एंड आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट समथिंग, So when I'm talking about some or the other cause or the other effect, then I have been given to one or the other challenge to deal with. The more challenges you will be given, you will be see or you will be able to deal with the effects of it. So the simple concept is the what we can say. This cause and effect thing, if we understand what was happened so that the result is, will actually encourage the introspection and a deeper understanding of the situation, the root cause behind the experiences that we are having. Most of the time, अब जैसे आज मेरे साथ सारी चीजें अच्छी चल रही है, सो मे बी इन सारी अच्छी चीजों के बीच में मेरे हाथ से कुछ ऐसी चीज हो जाए जो शायद मुझे पता ना चले, बट मे बी आफ्टर सम इयर्स आई हैव टू एक्सपीरियंस डिफरेंट थिंग ऑफ दैट. इट मीन्स नाउ आई एम जनरेटिंग अ कॉज फॉर अ इफेक्ट इन फ्यूचर, and then accordingly I'll be seeing that, but maybe at that time I won't be able to see that. So when we are thinking about Bhagavad Gita teaches us about introspecting about the cause and effect of it. Like we have to understand the root cause behind our experiences, whether it is in our professional life or in a personal life. It is very important because it also help us to what we can say to face the adversity or to foster the resilience to face the adversity. So these things are there when we are able to understand what is happening. Cause and effect is just a small concept, but each and every point is related to it. We talk about psychology, what psychology people does. We talk about psychotherapy, what psychotherapy people does. We talk about science, what science does. We talk about financial market, then what financial market does. So everywhere there is cause and effect relationship. You cannot avoid it anywhere. Currently, if you are in adverse situation, and if a person helping you, but that help is like keeping a food on somebody else's body or emotions or the things, then for sure that particular help may give you the adverse results in future, and you may feel I was doing very good thing for XYZ, but why I am facing this? So while doing that XYZ thing to XYZ person, we have to see that whether XYZ is not getting affected by that. I hope I'm not being so critical in it, but these are the points which we have to think about. So it is very necessary. It is very necessary to live consciously. Otherwise, we won't be able to deal with the things in future. So when we are talking about cause and effect, as I said, if you are in stock market, if you are investing into stock market, then note it. We have to think about cause and effect relationship, how stock market affects. So the simple concept, stock market affects with the internal and external factors. So internal factors may be the factors related to the company profits, PE ratios, XYZ, and the external factors may be from political to environmental, all the external factors will be there. So when we are talking about the fall of stock market or a fall of a particular share, so there is a particular cause related to it. So similarly, there is cause and effect in each and every person, relation. All the Panchatatvas are the part of this cause and effect thing. So Bhagavad Gita talks about the sheer management by understanding this cause and effect. There are so many things. It is nothing like that this is the big thing, but it is all about recognizing the power that we think about, or the power that we have while selecting our own choices. So a very simple thing that whenever we want to think about something, so may our understanding of this universe as a guide to the law of XYZ. We might have understood the law of attraction. We might have understood about the different laws in the world given by so many physicists and scientists and so many things. But this is a simple and a clear law that has been given by the guru of management from India is Shri Krishna, and Shri Krishna gave a clear first point, that is cause and effect relationship. So if there is a effect, if you are facing something, then there is a cause behind, and if there is a cause for something, then for sure you will be seeing the effect. It's vice versa relationship between them. So I'm open to questions now. Any discussion?
Madam, I'm Sunita Pathak from Aurangabad, that is Chhatrapati Shiva Sambhaji Nagar. Nicely explained the cause and effect relationship by taking the example of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. But I think I have read Ami's Mahabharata. Then she has explained that Draupadi is not the cause of Bhagavad Gita or Mahabharata war. Rather, Karna is the main person, he is the cause. Of course, everybody has got different aspects about this.
Yes.
But the main point which I have noticed, that Srimad Bhagavad Gita is the code of conduct, that everybody should follow that code in our conduct. And most of our laws in our constitution also, they have taken the reference of Srimad Bhagavad Gita to do the laws and to decide the morals and demorals. So it's a great part of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in our life, not in India, but a complete human being, or mankind. It is the code of conduct, and it leads to the ideal lifestyle. Nothing is absolute.
Correct.
There is always a cause and effect. Nothing is absolute than only Brahma. And Brahma is nothing.
Yes.
Nothing is nothing. So nothing
yes. As
everything
Sunita
has got a cause and
that
effect.
there are, I'm so sorry, I'm interrupting it between. As Sunita ma'am said, it is perfectly right. I took an example of Karna as the reason of his death, because it was his cause that affected to his death in a helpless situation. So similarly, some writers have given reason for Mahabharata, Karna being a reason for Mahabharata. General public usually every time, like being a feminist, I can say that Draupadi was targeted as a reason of Mahabharata. Like Ramayana, Sita has been called as reason for Ramayana. But anyways, but the basic concept is, when we go back to the Mahabharata concept, then there is a situation of Amba, Ambalika and Ambika, where Bhishma was called as the reason. And before that, the Ganga was called as the reason for Mahabharata, because every time there was some or the other cause which have created the ripples of the effects, and then accordingly the things went into it. So the Mahabharata was somehow the end result of the clan of that particular Kauravas and Pandavas family. So it's like, it's not about the Hastinapur, but it's about the concept, like we have discussing cause and effect thing. So it was from the time of I can say not even Ganga or the Shantanu or the Bhishma, but maybe before that also there was something. It was like nowadays we call it a genes concept. So many problems have been happening. Like I heard about some lectures of Sadhguru also, where he says that you don't know that whose nose is on your face. Maybe some of the ancestors' nose is on your face. So similarly, you don't know what sowed which seed where, which happened this particular thing with you. So this is not only about pointing out one person. Like for the Mahabharata, we have now so many people talking about it. Amish Tripathi, Devdutt Patnaik, Devashish, IIM के प्रोफेसर है देवाशीष सर. देन उसके बाद में like, I guess no person left behind who was talking about Mahabharata. Jnaneshwar Maharaj wrote a beautiful translation of Bhagavad Gita. Then it's like we have ample of people who spoke about Mahabharata or Bhagavad Gita. And it is like every situation, Bhagavad Gita has a potential to tell you each and every situation as per your set of mind. Like even Bhagavad Gita talks about all in mind concept. आप जिसको जिस तरीके से देखोगे आपको वो चीज उस तरीके से मिलेगी. जिस सिचुएशन को आप अपने पर्सपेक्टिव से देखोगे आपको वो सिचुएशन उस पर्सपेक्टिव से दिखेगी. Because it's there in your mind. And the moment the perceptions of yours change and you take it accordingly, that becomes the cause of something which will create an effect further. So everything is interconnected. If we dwell deep into one point, we will just dive in and we will take so much of time to come out. Maybe we won't come out of it. So this is something that is like something which we talk about practical applications of duty and dharma. In our professional lives, we do our duties and we call it whatever the KRAs we have with us. Performing those KRAs is our dharma. But while performing those KRAs, what right or wrong we are doing, if we think about that or maybe if we work accordingly, we may not create any kind of ripple in between. But yes, this is life. We anyhow will enter into this cause and effect thing and we won't be able to come out of it. We can only do one thing. We can take steps cautiously. We have to think about the further things, whether it is relationship, life, personal, or the divine thing even we can think about. So it's all about what we can proceed with. So जिसकी इच्छा वैसा उसका कृष्ण, ऐसे टाइप का जो कविता है उस तरीके से वो चीज होगी. आपको कवि दिनकर या आप अभी तो कुमार विश्वास जी भी बड़े बहुत उसके ऊपर टॉक करते हैं. देन अक्षत गुप्ता करके आए हैं, उन्होंने हिडन हिंदू बुक लिखी है. He also speaks about so much on Bhagavad Gita. Then there are